Gene Luen Yang and Ivan Reyes conclude their utterly fantastic run as the Batman and Superman of the Archive worlds race to stop Etrigan from unleashing hell on the world of tomorrow before turning their attention to the true villain, Author IO, who begins to try and turn another world into his perfected reality. Gene Luen Yang finishes up his absolutely amazing and creative Worlds Collide storyline, wrapping up the story in a really action-packed and fun way that plays to Superman and Batman's respective strength. I really enjoyed Gene not devolving the story into the heroes just getting into a big fist fight with Etrigan and that's how they beat him. They try and talk it out with the villain and actually end up helping him realize that he is being used by the even bigger villain Author IO. Batman also mentoring Robin, who gets frightened by the demons thanks to what happened to him, and has to be shown that even demons fear the Batman and Robin, was a really neat character moment. The most surprising pairing though through the issues and the series was Alana and El Diablo, who while were merely background characters in this final part, had this amazing old world meets future world dynamic that I really want to see more of, since they were such a fun pairing and one that I would never have even put together or even thought of. The biggest reveal of the issue that Gene gives us, however, is this actually ties into Infinite Frontier and the big event happening at the moment, with the final page teasing Darkseid getting wind of the Archive of Worlds. So I really hope that means outside of the upcoming annual, which seems to be tying up loose ends left over in this issue like that, we also get to see more of these ideas and concepts and maybe even a return to some of these worlds. Ivan Reyes again knocks it out of the park with even more super creative and unique takes on how to tell a story set within film reels. I love the continued use of the panels acting like film cells, and if you put all the pages together in one long line, it'd create like an actual film reel, which I thought was really damn cool. And of course, it was awesome seeing more of the 1940s era versions of Superman and Batman, who really do have some of the most aesthetically pleasing costumes ever. Batman Superman issue 21 was a fantastic ending to the Archive of Worlds storyline and a great final chapter for this iteration of the book, giving us a really unique and utterly creative take on the classic characters and even managing to make it all matter to the big picture and tie it back into the Infinite Frontier event happening right now. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Batman Superman issue 21 heads to the world of tomorrow, where a plane races towards the fortress of Solitude. Batman goes over the last few days in his head, knowing that they were visited by a godlike giant from another reality where two other versions of himself and Superman live. He knows their realities are just cheap copies of these giants, wondering if they are even real. Superman asks what's on his friend's mind, so Batman remembers Superman telling Author that he isn't his god, but he did create the hero, so what if he is, if not a god, and if they destroy God, what will happen to them? Robin soon alerts them to incoming as the plane is attacked by Superman robots. On Earth Zero, Author says that the world of tomorrow was close to becoming his truest masterpiece, but Superman refused to cooperate, so now Etrigan will bring it back to a tragic conclusion. He knows that not all hope is lost, since he wants to implant an idea into Sardath of Rand's head, and now his world is casting away its imperfections into another world. Sardath meanwhile opens up a burn hole, dumping the quake worms that they were fighting into El Diablo's Wild West world. The world's finest meanwhile are assaulted by the Superman robots as Clark tells Batman that he built them in case he ever needed help, and Etrigan must have taken control of them. Leaving the plane, Superman blasts apart the robots, but they manage to rip a wing off the plane. Superman races to rescue his friends, knowing this is the last time General Lane will let him borrow anything. Superman manages to help the plane make its landing in the icy tundras as the heroes face off against the robots, making short work of them thanks to their weak spots. The heroes head into the Fortress of Solitude, and as they explore, Superman shows them the ship he arrived at Earth in, with Robin noting that it was like the ship they found in Warden Luther's office. Superman shows them his mementos and trophies from past adventures, as well as the giant statues of his birth parents, telling the heroes that he was raised by his adoptive parents on Earth. Superman remembers Batman talking about Author being a god, so he tells the hero that his two sets of parents from very different places held very similar ideals about right and wrong, and they would agree with his assessment of Author. Batman wonders if they even would if he did create them. Superman tells him that he has to be something bigger than this, and something bigger than Author and the Archive of Worlds. Not knowing for sure, but their way forward is to trust that there is and they can exist apart from Author. The heroes are confronted by Etrigan, who says unfortunately they won't be able to save their worlds. Robin is scared of the literal demon, but Batman reminds his sidekick he's right there with him and he's got to get his head in the game. game. Back in Metropolis, El Diablo and Alana continue to battle the demon hordes, but Diablo doesn't know how he can keep this up. Alana hopes he can do it long enough for Superman and Batman to stop Etrigan, but her odds are at 50-50 of them actually succeeding. El Diablo knows that that's what he likes about the Space Lady, since she's ever the optimist. Etrigan meanwhile is impressed that Superman's collection includes weapons, wondering which will help him accomplish the desires he has. He soon finds power coming from the Eradicator, knowing that it's a powerful weapon. Superman attacks, knowing that without the activation codes, the Eradicator is nothing but a hunk of metal. Etrigan figures only Superman would know the code, and it's a good thing thanks to the Phantom Zone gem, he has a Superman on hand, using it to activate the Eradicator. Batman tells Robin that the demon isn't paying attention to them since he doesn't see them as a threat, but Robin however is barely listening, since he is scared thanks to the demons in Metropolis really getting to him. Batman tells him to observe carefully as he shoots at Etrigan with a flashbang. The villain says that Batman really is mentally slow and he really thought he could hurt him with a silly light show. Batman knew it wouldn't hurt him since he's teaching his partner a lesson. Robin says that Etrigan flinched in fear, something Batman knew as he ignites a smoke bomb, while Robin decides who really is the cowardly lot, him or the demon. Robin smashes Etrigan in the face as Batman grabs the Eradicator from the demon, throwing it to Superman, who quickly utters the deactivation code. Etrigan demands he return what is his or he'll rip their spines out. Batman knows that Etrigan's actions are irrational, and what does he have to gain from destroying this world? Etrigan says that the Supreme Being assigned him this goal and he has no choice but to play his role. Superman says that Auteur isn't their god, wanting them to follow him so he can show them. Opening a burn hole, Superman takes the group into the Archive of Worlds, confronting Auteur as Etrigan demands he finally be made a lead character. The heroes race to fight the villain, with Batman telling Etrigan not to be fooled by his size since he can defeat him and the weapon to do it is hanging around his neck. Superman says that Etrigan has a choice now and he must choose what to do. Looking at the Phantom Zone crystal, Etrigan makes a choice as Auteur says that he defeated the master copies of Superman and Batman, so what do duplicates think they can do against him? Etrigan says that one Superman and one Batman couldn't stand against him, but what if they double the number? They might stand a chance. Etrigan frees the Earth-Zero Batman and Superman from the crystal, and the giant heroes help the other world counterparts battle Auteur. Thanks to Earth-Zero Superman, the film reels are soon separated, sending Etrigan's forces and himself back to his Hell world, where he returns to his role as King of Hell, while El Diablo and Alana share a kiss in the now saved streets of Metropolis. The two Batmen get to work on Auteur, uploading their own code to him as Robin asks where the bigger Batman's Robin is, but Bruce wonders which one he means, which impresses the young hero to know there are other Robins out there. The upload finishes, and now instead of the armor enslaving Auteur, it will now serve him. The being says that he is grateful for their assistance and he is now no longer Auteur IO, and from now on the worlds in his archive will be able to direct themselves and he shall be known as Observer IO. His film reels are all allowed to play out in separate timelines, with Alana, upon learning about what her father did with the Quakeworms, races into El Diablo's world to help the cowboy once more. Superman meanwhile races off to battle Bizarro Two-Face after Jimmy and Lois tell him about the villain, and Batman learns that Lex Luthor has just sent the mayor an ominous threat, so the dynamic duo head out to stop the villain. Among the Archive of Worlds, however, a parademon waits, grabbing a film reel from the stocks and taking it to Earth Omega, where he gives it to Darkseid, who looks upon the Shazam reality in the film, knowing an entire Archive of Worlds like this could be very useful.